Some people will get mad and they'll stay mad, but it never really gets any better. Let's talk about why forgiveness is so powerful. Hi, my name is Jeffrey Butts and I'm a doctor of dental surgery, and this is a channel about health and wellness for you to be healthy and wealthy. And today we're talking about forgiveness. Now, to me, forgiveness is a part of mindfulness behavior. If you've been watching the channel, you know that I'm a huge champion of eating correctly, particularly like the way your blood type is, getting proper sleep, getting great exercise, detoxification moments by detoxification methods like fasting, like dry brushing, sweating, detoxing. And then this is the mindfulness behavior part. So mindfulness behavior is gratitude, a good attitude, some forgiveness, some affirmations, and meditation as tools that one can use for their mind in order to make sure that everything else is functioning all together. It's a concert of things that have to happen in order for your health to truly be your wellness becoming your wealth. Forgiveness. So I've been mad at people before. People have been mad at me before. I am so sure some people are still mad at me, but that's okay. Hopefully they could watch this video and maybe forgive me. Not for me because I did something. Now they're gonna remember how I did something bad and now they're gonna forgive me and they're gonna forget about it. No. They're gonna forgive so that they let go of the anger that happened in that moment, back in that past moment, that they are still moving forward into their future and living in their present. And if they're living with this anger in their present, then that means that their future is gonna be just a little bit less bright because they're holding on to something that is dark and dismal and down and low vibration. So if you forgive someone, you are actually doing something for two people. You're doing something for the other person where you have lifted the burden of being mad at them, on them, which, yes, they can feel that. And also you lifted the burden of yourself being mad because now you can live, release, and let go. And you can move on, because what is real in this world? There's only really one thing that's real in this world. I'm going to tell you. It's the moment that you're in right now. It's right now. And now it's now. And now it's now, okay? Because as the moments pass, they become memories of the past. And the future has not yet got here yet. So what's the future? What's the past? The future is what we project ourselves toward. The past is what we think about. The only thing that's real is right now. So if you forgive and you're a person that knows to live in the now, well then you've released yourself of the burden, of the anger that you had for somebody else, and you're able to move on. So I guess the question comes, how do you practice forgiveness? Okay? So in order to practice forgiveness, you can kind of role play the situation. You can put yourself back in the situation. You can look at now a broad-sized view of what was going on, and you can identify your parts that you did that made it bad at the time, that may have made a splash or a boom, or you hurt someone's feelings, or you said something and that's when that person went off and you didn't know what it was. Why did you go so far off? Well, more than likely, if somebody goes off on you, there are things that they are dealing with that has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them, and they are just blaming you because they're blaming people. Well, those blaming people can blame on, okay? You do not have to absorb their blame, but certainly you do have to recognize your part that you play in making things go bad. But when you start to relive the situation and you're able to reverse engineer it and back out, and even if there's no fix for it because what is done, you can then release that anger, that pain, that frustration, that angst, so that you can now live in your present moment, and that will make you feel a whole lot lighter. Ultimately, forgiveness is a choice that one can make to, I'm going to do this and release, or I'm going to hold on to this, and that's what they did, and I said what I said, and I'm not going to be friends with you anymore. Maybe, if that's what happens. But your choice is all up to you. Your attitude is also all up to you. You are responsible and in control of yourself. If you give your control to someone else, well then, you are out of control, and please check yourself. So that's just my quick take on why forgiveness is part of mindfulness behavior and why it's so good for you to forgive people, yourself, things that happen that we have no control of. If you agree with one or some of the things that I've said here today in this video, please share it with a friend. Please like and subscribe, and let's talk about it later.